Among the best Italian aeronautical designers is certainly Celestino Rosatelli. Chief engineer of Fiat Aviation in 1936, he studied a twin-engine plane for bombing and strategic recognition. The objective was to obtain an airplane capable of flying at around 500 km per hour. The first flight of this airplane took place on the 22nd. This, as well as the subsequent one, confirmed the excellent aeronautical project of the engineer Rosatelli, with a possibility of notable development of the cell. Given the shortage of aircraft with good autonomy and good speed in the role of escorting the convoys that ensured logistics for the North African Army, this aircraft was used in this function with excellent success. The aircraft was also stable and never behaviors. The engines were two 14-cylinder air-cooled Fiat A.74 radials, capable of developing a power of 840 HP. A type of engine famous for its reliability, confirmed even in the worst operating environments served by the worst logistics. The Fiat 25 was a low-wing monoplane with an entirely metallic structure made up of two spars and ribs in duralumin, with a surface area of 39.20 square meters, and a wing load of 166 kilograms per square meter, an excellent wing load which made the wing very efficient, both in consuming little fuel and therefore having excellent autonomy. As in the generation of lift, very good stability and maneuverability, which also benefited from excellently designed horizontal and vertical steering surfaces. The excellent dosage of wing loading and stress distribution had made it possible to use structural components which, while carrying out their function very well, were particularly light. Wingspan of 16 meters, excellent stall speed of 125 km per hour, also excellent takeoff and landing values as well as climbing qualities which placed the aircraft among the best in the category. The careful study of the airfoils carried out continuously by Rosatelli for about 30 years had made him master of the choice of the variations to be made to the wing for subsonic aircraft, making his projects free from those interference and coupling phenomena that were well present in many of its competitors' projects. The study of parasitic resistance was also very fine, and Rosatelli had studied it in great detail regarding the antenna, the weapons, the windows and the service hatches. The integration of these elements into the body of the aircraft was such that compared to its competitors, the Fiat aircraft had the same equipment and external elements potentially disturbing the aerodynamic flow, an impact that was 10 to 30% lower. Even the landing gear housing had been carefully designed for this purpose, with excellent results, which in other similar projects were achieved only after the war had begun. With some quick calculations I noticed how, if the engines were able to use 100-octane petrol, this aircraft would have largely exceeded 500 km per hour, and the CFD model confirmed a further exaltation of the already excellent aeronautical capabilities. Slightly higher than 6. Depending on the use as a multi-role aircraft intended for strategic reconnaissance. The long-distance escort. The light bombing significantly reduced the induced resistance. Even the engine nacelles contributed to this excellent aerodynamic refinement, all carefully studied with various changes in the wind tunnel. I would also like to point out the excellent autonomy despite the wing lengthening, which is not exciting for this specific performance. It makes it clear what Rosatelli's La Sapienza was. The careful balance between aerodynamic efficiency, maneuverability, lift, Structural weight and loads to support contribute to making this aircraft decidedly superior to the average of projects of the same type carried out in other states and also in Italy.